So who makes the better budget all-in-one inkjet printer? Is it HP or is it Canon? We're talking under $100. It can print, scan, and copy in color. Let's find out. The age-old question, HP or Canon? Who's it going to be if you just need a cheap printer that can do color? At the time of making this video, the HP is going for around $70 and the Canon around $80. Let's start off with a little unboxing, beginning with the HP. Opening up the top reveals some starter ink cartridges, a power cord, and some instructions. The entire printer is shrink wrapped. How about that? With the Canon, we have a very similar experience. Opening the box reveals some literature, starter cartridges, and a power cord. No USB cable comes with either one of these printers. With the Canon, it's just stuffed in a loose bag, but I have no complaints with that. Okay, installing the ink cartridges. You just have to take them out of their bags, peel the film off, open the compartment of the printer, and just stick them on in. Color goes on the left and black goes on the right with this HP printer. With the Canon, it's the same deal, with just different packaging. But with the Canon, you have to flip down these plastic levers before you can install the cartridges, and then flip them up against once they're in place. And you have to apply quite a bit of force to get these levers to move. It feels like they might actually break because the plastic is so cheap. Luckily mine didn't. Alright, let's look at the HP. Pull the backrest out and extend the paper tray. Load it up with paper. Adjust the paper guide with the little blue plastic thingy. This is about the max for how much paper it can hold. When copying something, you're going to push it up against the lower right-hand side of the glass. A little flimsy in places, but acceptable. Moving on to the Canon, it's the same type deal. Load the paper up. The Canon can hold about the same amount of paper, maybe a little bit more. When copying with the Canon, it's the opposite way. Line it up with the top left corner. Got a little flimsiness going on here as well, but nothing too extreme. Moving on to the HP buttons, we have the power button, the cancel, the resume, Wi-Fi, information, color copy, and black copy. On the Canon, you have the power button, the Wi-Fi select, the Wi-Fi setup, the information setup button, and you have the paper select button, the OK button, stop button, the black, and the color copy buttons. I will be using this multi-purpose paper for everything I am testing today. Alright, here we go folks, getting to the meat and potatoes. Print quality. On the left is the HP and on the right is the Canon. They both do a great job, but the color accuracy is a bit better on the HP in my opinion. The Canon leaves faint lines in the pie chart if you look really closely. Looking at printed pictures, it appears the HP is a little more saturated and accurate in the color department. What do y'all think? Copy quality is maybe a smidge darker on the Canon for black print. Copy quality and color, again, maybe an ever so slight nod to the Canon for this category. Scan quality reveals a sharper image and cooler colors for the HP. Here are some more pics for demonstration purposes. And here are some examples of scanning black text. HP appears to be sharper with a whiter background. And now for a speed and noise test. When it comes to setting the printers up, I had no trouble with either. I set both up with a USB connection at first, and then later went back and did the Wi-Fi option. I followed the on-screen instructions and everything went smoothly for both printers. Folks, you don't have to use Wi-Fi for either of these two printers if you don't want to. They both accommodate an old-fashioned USB connection if you want to just keep it simple. I tried both HP and Canon mobile apps out and found them both to be quite user-friendly with an attractive layout. I did prefer the HP one slightly more though. So for me personally, although you can't go wrong with either one, and the differences are minute, I prefer the HP for this budget printer battle, for reasons mentioned during the video.